Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, we are going to talk about accepting and letting go. So, this is in continuation with the last video that I made about why do people suffer, and this is one of the solutions to actually heal your suffering, to reduce your suffering from the root cause by correcting your understanding about acceptance. So, I got this realization while I was conducting She Transforms workshop, which is for women's self healing. And somebody came up to me saying having struggles with acceptance, and having struggles with accepting the current situation is a problem of many, which is why moving forward with so much of the burden of our past or things not happening our way is not going to generate that momentum, that activeness in your activities which will lead to success. So not accepting situations, not letting things go, holding on to things becomes a big block in success. But how do you really let go? What is the process? Is there a formula for it? All of that we are going to discuss in today's video. And to correct your understanding, please stay till the end. Now, let's understand why people cannot accept the current situation the way it is. Because, first, it is not how they wanted things to be like. Because we all have certain kind of expectations from life, and one of the root cause of suffering is unfulfilled expectations. So we all have certain kind of expectations, and when they don't get fulfilled, we have this huge sense of sadness, disappointment, all of that from us. Now, second thing, why acceptance is so difficult is because if we accept the current situation, there are two feelings that internally get triggered. Okay, so we are getting into the depth. So if you want to slow down to understand, you can slow down, think for a moment, pause the video, think about it, relate it with your own life, and then watch it again. So there could be two reasons. When you have to accept the current situation, the first feeling that will come in your heart is, I am wrong because I set the wrong expectation, or situations or other people are going to think of me as this person is a wrong person because this things did not turn his way or her way. So there is a huge fear of being judged, of feeling that shame. So instantly shame triggers when we accept the situation as it is. So that is why we have a wrong understanding of acceptance, and that is why shame is triggering. Second reason why acceptance is difficult is because we feel that you are settling or compromising with something less than you deserve. For example, you wanted to do a certain kind of job, but now you have to do a certain other kind of job. You wanted to be at a different position in your office, but now you're at a different position. You wanted to be with some partner, now you're with another partner. You didn't think to be with this person, and your standards are quite high, and this person whom you're with might not have that high standard. So all of those things that life throws at us, we feel that we are settling for something less. So here is the point where we need to correct our understanding. Otherwise, this shame and this settlement of something less will always trigger. So, what is the correct understanding? For me, acceptance is not settling for something less, but for me, acceptance is embracing the possibilities of something better to happen in your life. Well, we all need to understand that no matter how educated you are, which position you are in your company, whatever your age is, there is always something more to learn, and there is always something more to understand. Due to which you might not be able to understand how my current situation is going to serve my larger purpose, which is why having clarity about that large purpose, your vision, your intention, all of that is so important. So when people come for life coaching, the first thing we sit with them and do is have clarity exercises, we have clarity calls, we understand their goals, where they want to reach, and we design a pathway for them and work with them on that pathway so that they get successful. But when you might not have done all those conscious exercises, but right now you're feeling that hurt and suffering, so it's time to get conscious, decide your larger intent, your larger goal more purposefully, Because when you say that, oh, I have to settle for this thing now, you are putting a glass ceiling on your head कि अभी इसके ऊपर तो मैं कभी जा ही नहीं सकती. So see, I settled for this job, I settled for this man, I settled for that exam, so now I cannot think beyond that. But ask yourself that question: after accepting this situation, and if I take this path what life is taking me into, how can I align it with my higher purpose? Is it serving my higher purpose? How can I take advantage of the situation to serve my higher purpose? Because you will always extract something good for it. For example, due to XYZ situation, you cannot do your dream job, but you got some other job, okay? For example. But the salary that you get from that other job, you might use it to do something that is good for your dream job. You might just save few bucks over the years and might be do something with that which would be your passion project. I'm talking about the situation where you can't make the choice. I'm not saying that be in a job that you do not like or all of that. But if situation is like that, for multiple reasons it can be like that. If a situation is like this, that you have to be around people who you do not like that much, see how they are serving your growth. You can look at it as to they bring in front of you, they trigger the parts of you which you might be hiding from. So they are serving you a larger growth. But for that, you will really have to develop this mindset that how is this serving my larger purpose and my larger goal. But for that, your larger purpose and your larger goal must be very very clear. So if not, spend some time in having clarity. So there are three pillars to be successful or to live a very satisfied and a fulfilling life. The first pillar is that what you want, clarity regarding what you want. Second, why you want it, what are the reasons, why do you want all of those things? And third, what is the strategy, how are you going to get it? If you could answer all these questions, are there small steps that you can take to achieve what you want? If you could answer all these three questions, you'll be able to accept all those things. So when you just sit with yourself that I have to let go of this thing, I have to let go of this thing, the more and more you will attach to it. So what is the correct question to ask? How is the current situation serving my larger purpose? How is it good for me? When I ask this in coaching conversations, especially to people who might not be in a very positive mind frame, they will be, there is nothing good about it, there's all bad in it. But that's never the case. If you look at anything, you will find something. If I even understand that there has been incredible pain in your life and there are so many things that are going wrong, and if you just ask yourself that if I accept the situation and I decide to step out of it, you might lose so many people who are troubling you. But if you step out of it, what is the positive thing? You're losing so many people, life already is painful, you might not even have the financial support. What is good about it? So there is one thing good about it: you are getting a blank canvas, a new life to start with, and having possibilities to live a new life in a new way is a true gift, which we humans consider as, oh my god, I have to lose everything. So, when your focus shifts from the loss to the possibilities, that is the time when you will be okay doing that. And you see, most of the time, the loss is imaginary. I'm not talking about the cases where the loss is real, like you lost someone through death or you lost somebody in a relationship, all of that. Those all things are there. But what's one good thing that has happened? And whenever you find out all of those good things, you're moving forward. And if it is something like, a relationship that has failed, or you might have to break out of the relationship for XYZ reasons, you should remember what went wrong, not forget it, but you should not carry the bitterness in your heart. And how will you do that? You can do healing exercises, something as powerful as mirror work. Find it out on YouTube, there are thousands of videos on mirror work, how to do that. You can do all the self healing that is required, so that the bitterness in your heart is gone. You forgive yourself for making all those wrong choices. But stepping out and looking at that possibility is very much important. Especially, for example, you had a very good job that you were fond of, proud of, you had a certain status in the society, and you got laid off. Might happen, today's situation have become very uncertain. might happen. What's the good thing about it? I have my family to serve, I have to provide for children. So there are so many negative things that can pull you down. But one ray of hope, that I can look at my career from a new perspective. The energy and the freshness that is created out of new thoughts, out of originality, out of the will to look at something positive, will refresh you, it will energize you, it will fill you up with the energy that is required to take action. That for that, it requires courage to find out one positive thing, stick with it, move out of it, and create a life that you want to. So for many of them who have to let go a lot of things, might be have made a lot of sacrifices, some things that you didn't want it to do. But understand, my friends, you've got a blank canvas again, and starting new is a privilege. So make the best out of this opportunity. Stay tuned to the channel. If you like what you see, subscribe to the channel and let me know what you feel about this in the comments.